The presentation of that I'm doing today is a presentation that should have been made by my colleague Cynthia, but unfortunately she cannot be around, and I will do it. Even though many of you have listened to me doing this presentation a few times, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. It's something that we believe it is important. We've been working in this for many years, but we do not have, if you already watched this presentation, we don't have many news. But anyway, so we would like to present a new certificate of engagement, transparency, and communication. We identified that we've been working for over 20 years in odor with odor activities, and we realized that okay, measuring odor units is fantastic, but doing the spatial modeling is also fantastic, and any other tool that you have in your toolbox, like we've been seeing today, is very nice, but at the end of the day, there are some things that you cannot measure, and those things, we believe that those things were important. That is why we try to design a way to measure those things. So which is the problem? The problem is that we have an industrial plant and there are some odors, and even though this industrial plant may have a license to operate, it doesn't have a social license to operate. And this is a gap that I think we should fill. So a framework is necessary to integrate citizen engagement, increase transparency, and improve communication channels. So there are many certifications like this FSC or the ISO 14001. Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't think we are seeing the slides changing.
Oh,
we are still seeing the covered slide.
Maybe if you share the whole screen, Carlos. I did it and it worked.
Yeah, that's a good point, Deborah.
Now you see, no.
Yeah, for us, it's still the same thing.
I'm trying to share the whole screen, but
maybe if you just share the whole screen.
Do you see now anything?
Now we see slides, yes.
Okay, so yes. I go ahead. So, but it's not changing. I'm changing this. And it's not changing there.
Yeah, if you are changing, it's not appearing for us.
No. Fantastic. I don't know what to do, really.
If you want to send me, maybe I can try to share my screen. And then you speak, and I try to move the slides as you speak. You want to try that?
I'm trying to do it with the whole screen, which is screen 2.
Now we see the document. Maybe you just change the slides in this one you have. Let's try it instead of going to presentation mode.
Yeah, right. Do you see the next one with this one, for example?
It's still fixing the first one.
Yes, it's still fixing the first one. I see that. Okay, now it's changed.
Now it's changing, yes.
Okay, so there are many certifications. Stamps like this fair trade certificate, this BRC food certificate, this zero waste certification. But there is no certificate to measure engagement, transparency, and communication. So that's why we came up with a way to measure that with this E&T&C scheme, which we measure engagement, transparency, and communication. So this is the first certification of the world designed to assess performance between a plant and the communities. We try to assess performance of the plant and the community. And how do we do that? We check that the plant is taking appropriate measures to correct this impact. So for that, we designed this scheme in which there is an external auditor who is supposed to be independent. So we are not auditing any plant. It's just someone from outside that got a course to be a certificator. This person has to be impartial, and it should follow a 4-step verification option. Mind that for this certificate, we will do many questions to the plant, and we want someone that goes through the questions and see if the questions are answered right or wrong. So, for example, the first verification process is direct information. So we usually use questions. So which would be a direct questions to the plant. So does the plant have a public complaint register? This would be a question. Do you have a public complaints register? If you have it, then you say, yes, I have it. All right, very nice. If you don't, you say, no, I don't have it. All right. The second step is a letter of commitment. For example, in the first example, if you don't have a public complaint register, you say, I'm going to have it. So you write a letter of commitment, you say, I'm going to have it. Another example is, do you have an odor management plan? No, I don't have it, but I plan to have it. All right, it's different. It's not the same saying, I don't have something that I don't have that thing, but I'm planning to have that thing. There is a difference in the message there. The third step is a technical report. So in this case, we ask for technical reports. The plant has any technical report. If you have, just show me. For example, to the questions, have you carried out an odor emission assessment in your plant? You say yes. All right, very well. Can you give it to me? And the fourth step is on-site verification. So an auditor has to go to the site and check different things that usually you cannot do through the other 3 steps. And now a bit of the methodology. So as mentioned, there are 3 aspects we want to evaluate. The first one is engagement, and we developed a set of 10 indicators. Then for transparency, we developed a set of 10 indicators too. And for communication, we developed a set of 10 indicators. And each indicator is 1 question. We did a few questions before. In this case, each indicator is 1 question that we do to the plant. So let's see an example. So for example, for engagement, the indicator mailbox. So if you see here, yes, I see. You may have many communication channels. You may have a Facebook account, an X account, WhatsApp, or a phone. So the question here that we want to make here is a question that make us or make the plant think to how many channels are available for the community to contact you. This is the key thing here. Do you have channels for them to address you? And here you have different channels, WhatsApp or Telegram or web social networks, mailbox, anything. So, all right, we know our questions is, does your plant have a communication channel to register complaints? This is the question, very simple one. So the plant manager may say, yes, I have a platform, an application, or a website where everybody can go there, and there is a form, and they can register a complaint. All right, so you have to start. And the plant manager may say, okay, I have a specific email address. It's not my personal email address. It's not environment address, or it could be, but there's a specific email for addressing odor concerns. If you have that, you have another star. Then if you have a dedicated telephone number, it's not your phone number from the, or it's not the normal phone number from a company, you know, to receiving any input, but just a dedicated phone number. All right, you have a star for you. If you have a dedicated messaging application like a WhatsApp or Telegram, this is another way to make things easier for citizens that wish to communicate with you. All right, you have another star. And if you use other means that they are not mentioned here, you have another one. In total, you will have 5 stars in this case. So you will have the maximum puntuation for that question that we just did. About advantages and disadvantages, it shows the neighbors that the plant listen to them and is interested in their needs. So there is a dual channel communication channel between a plant and their citizens around. It helps plant managers to discover areas in which they can improve, discover concerns from the neighbors. And if, of course, a certification like this is a recognition and credit of a work done that other plants might not do. And the last thing is it offers a structured learning. And about the disadvantages, it has a cost. Preparation takes time, and we are now with a plant. We've been for, I'd say, 7 months with this, and it takes time. Really, it takes time. The E&T&C certificate is not a guarantee that the plant will perform well. It only shows that the plant is committed. So as conclusions, the E&T certificate is an innovative approach to checking a plant's engagement, transparency, and communication performance. There is a 4-step process that we already shown. The E&T&C, at the end of the day, it just shows a percentage of compliance in these 3 areas. And of course, there is always a room for improvement. We made the certificate in a way that no one can get 100% of the points. If someone got 100% of the points, we will make it more difficult. And these are 2 pictures from a colleague of mine that once presented this certificate, and I like them. And there are 2 very nice sayings. The first one is that if you change nothing, nothing will change, meaning that you can just stay as you are. If you think this is okay, all right, but nothing is going to change. For example, if you have our complaints around. And then this is the second saying that she also showed in her presentation. It is always the right time to do the right thing. So don't wait, do it now. And as a final remark, there is a plant. We already are working with a plant to get this certificate. It's a composting plant. It's not this one. This is clearly made by an AI that I did it just 5 minutes ago. Once this plant has this certificate, we will make it public. But the process is being lengthy. But we have very high expectations in get this first certificate and to be the first plant in the world to get this certificate, which is amazing, really. Thank you very much. If you have any other question or query, please let me know. I'm sorry for the technical troubles during my presentation.
Amazing, Carlos. Thank you for your presentation, and very interesting topic as always. So let's see questions from the audience, from the people on YouTube. If anyone left questions for Carlos. I must say, I'm disappointed that plant was made by AI. It looks so beautiful. I wanted to visit it.
Yeah, but you see clearly there are some things that are not working.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
It looks so nice. I hope
it was too clean. It was too clean.
Oh, true. You're right. Thanks, Carlos.